How have the Yankees' top prospects been doing this season? Let's find out. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the Yankees' top prospects and just talking about how they've been doing this season. So if you want to stay up to date on all Yankees news, be informed on all Yankees stuff, then please subscribe. But let's get into this. Now, I'm going to be including a stat that not everyone might be familiar with, BABIP. Now, BABIP is batting average on balls in play, and I'm going to be including this when listing off stats for players because it helps talk about luck. Now, a lot of these players have played around 20 games, so I want to have a stat that kind of factors in luck here, and BABIP does that really well. So, batting average on balls in play, the league average is around 300. So 30% of the time when a ball is put in play, it is a hit. Now this is very important because if a BABIP is around 370, you know that the hitter's been pretty lucky. If it's around 230, they've been pretty unlucky. Now obviously, better hitters are going to have higher BABIPs. For instance, Mike Trout has had around a 350 BABIP over his career. And faster players normally outperform BABIPs because they put the ball in play and say they hit one to shortstop and beat it out. That's going to consistently happen with them beating the out, or the average player will get thrown out. So that's why I'm going to include BABIP here. The league average is around 300, and if a player has a really low BABIP, then on a lot of the balls that they've put into the field, they've gotten very unlucky and have had hits taken away from them. So let's get into this. Now, let's talk about Everson Pereira. He's a pretty good prospect. He's ranked 11th on MLB Pipeline, a speedy outfielder who's played good defense. And last year, he was amazing. He hit over 300 with 20 bombs in just 49 games in low A and high A. And he's been pretty good to start the season. He's been in high A, and in 21 games, he's hit 293 with a 383 on base percentage, 390 slugging. So he's been really good. He's also increased his walk rate a little bit. He's walking at 12.8%. My one concern is his strikeout rate is still pretty high at 27.7%. I would like to see that fall back down, but a lot of talent. Now his BABIP is really high. It's 418 right now. Again, he's fast, so he might be able to outperform the average league BABIP of 300, but he has been getting very lucky on the balls that he's put in play. So expect his stats to drop a little bit right now, but still very solid for a fast and speedy outfielder. Next, Luis Hill. Now, Luis Hill actually pitched in the majors last year. In 29.1 innings, he put up a 3.07 ERA. So he was really good, and he just hasn't been that good in the minors. He's been playing in AAA, the highest level. He struck out a little over 13 batters per nine, but the issue is he's walked over 6 batters per nine. He's given up home runs at around 3 per 9 innings, and this is all combined to give him a ERA of 9.53. Now his FIP, or fielding independent pitching, is 6.5, so he's been getting a little bit unlucky, but still, he's been getting hit very hard. His command has been very bad. That's one of the things I fear with him when he came up to the majors, and his command just never been good. You can look at his minor league stats. He's never been able to control it, the zone. He's always walked a lot of batters. He has a lot of upside, but I'm a little bit less optimistic on Luis Hill. I hope he can do amazing, but off to a bad start so far. Next, Hayden Wesneski. Wesneski really climbed in the farm last year. He started 2021 in high A and got all the way up to AAA. So he's a really good pitcher, and he's been really good over the last 2 years, and he's continued that success this year. He's only thrown 11 innings, but in those 11 innings, he struck out around 10 batters per nine. He's walked around 4, hasn't given up any home runs, and that's sorry, that was last year. My bad. In 2022, he's pitched 24 innings, struck out around 10, walked around 2 batters per 9. He's given up a little bit less than 1 home run per 9 for a 2.63 ERA and a 3.17 FIP. Now, I like Hayden Wesneski a good amount. He has a legitimate 5-pitch mix. All of his pitches are good. Good movement, good control. He has the real upside to be a 4th or 5th in the rotation, maybe even the 3rd in the next couple of years, and be someone that we can trust to throw a lot of innings down the line. Next is Ken Waldichuk, another pitcher. Waldichuk is another guy who had a fantastic season last year. He pitched in High A and Double A, and in High A he gave up 0 earned runs. In Double A he did give up a couple, but he's been amazing to start this year. He struck out 13.5 batters per 9, walked a little bit under 3 per 9, has given up around 1 home run per 9, and he's pitched to a 1.45 ERA and 2.99 FIP. He's been fantastic. He's in Double A right now. Lefty. He has a really good fastball, good changeup, good slider, a lot of good pitches for Waldichuk. Has a funky delivery, gets a lot of strikeouts, and I like that his walks are going down and that his strikeouts are slightly up from last season. Because if you're striking out a lot of guys and you're not giving up walks, you're going to have success. So Waldichuk has been doing really well. He's been rising in the farm. I'm excited for Waldichuk. Next, Trey Sweeney, one of my favorite prospects for the Yankees. I actually did a whole video on why I think he's one of the most underrated prospects. I'll try to put that in the description. And he's been all right to start this season. He's playing in High A, and in 22 games he's hit .250 with a .339 on base percentage, .538 slugging, and a BABIP of .333. So he's been getting slightly lucky, and he's not very fast. So he's been getting pretty lucky. My main concern is his K rate is 32.2% right now, and his walk rate is only 8.5. So he needs to be seeing more pitches, making better swing decisions, because he can put up really good exit velocities. He has a lot of upside with his bat. He just needs to be a little more patient, draw some walks, cut down on those strikeouts, and he can be a real threat at the plate. He's shown a lot of power this season. Let's get those walks up, and let's get those Ks down. Next is Austin Wells, Yankees catching prospect. Now he's been playing in High A, and he's been really good so far. He's hitting .319 with a .429 on base percentage and a .565 slugging. His BABIP has been .400 though, so he's been really, really lucky, and he's not that fast, so expect that BABIP to go down. But still, he's been really good. His K rate has gone down. It's at 24.4% right now, but he's very lucky, as I said. I like his walk rate. It's at 16.3, so he's walking a good amount. He's striking out a good amount too. It's not that good, but he's taking a lot of walks. He's hitting for some good power. He's hit 4 home runs so far. Really good. Again, if he can stick behind the plate, he has a really good bat. Left-handed bat there. He could be someone who hits 20 home runs at Yankee Stadium, hitting around 270, taking a lot of walks, playing maybe decent defense at catcher. That's the dream. He might be a below average defensive catcher, but let's dream that he can be an average defensive catcher. But he's been very lucky, but very, very solid so far. Next, Jasson Dominguez, the Martian, the big Yankees prospect here. He's not been good. He's hit hitting 209 so far with a 253 on base percentage and 314 slugging. He's only hit 1 home run in 20 games. Now he is young. He's only 19 years old, so there's a lot of upside with him. But what really concerns me is his 34.1 strikeout rate and his 5.3 walk rate. He needs to walk more and strike out less. Period. His BABIP's also 315, so he's been getting a little bit lucky, but he is very fast, so it kind of evens out there. But he needs to walk more. He needs to be seeing more pitches. He needs to get that batting average up. Put more balls in play, cut down on those strikeouts, and take more walks. That's what he needs to do. If he makes good swing decisions, he's going to play well. He has all the talent in the world. Slow start for Jasson Dominguez, but he's still very young, has a lot of upside, and I hope that he can get better. Next, Oswald Peraza, the shortstop. He's playing in Triple A right now. He's been all right. He's hitting .219 with a .296 on base percentage and a .356 slugging, but he's been very unlucky. His BABIP has been .246, which is extremely low. He's also very fast, and fast players normally outperform BABIP, so he's been very, very unlucky. His strikeout rate's right around where it normally is. His walk rate's actually slightly up from where it normally is. He's just gotten unlucky. Plain and simple. He's a glove-first shortstop. I know the bat's not doing too well. The .219 batting average is going to scare some people. But he's getting unlucky. We're still really early into the season. It's kind of a reminder. We're around 20 games into the season for a lot of these guys. We have a lot more baseball to be played. So he's been getting pretty unlucky, and I'm not too concerned. And the Yankees' best prospect, Anthony Volpe. How has he been doing? Not good either. He's hitting .187 in Double A this year with a .333 on base percentage and a .373 slugging. Now his BABIP has been a abysmal .216. He's very, very unlucky. The one thing that concerns me is his K rate being at 25%, which is the highest since 2019 for him when he was in rookie ball. But this is a big jump for him. The jump from high A to Double A is one of the biggest jumps in all of minor league baseball. Double A is where you see a lot of really, really good competition. So it's a hard jump for him. He's been hitting the ball pretty well, and he's been taking walks. He's been getting unlucky. Again, .216 BABIP when the league average is 300. He's putting the ball in play and not getting the results. I hope he can turn this around. Early into the season, he's been getting unlucky. So hope he turns it around. Just hit the ball, keep doing what you're doing, Anthony Volpe, and success will follow you. He's crazy talented. He proved that last year. He just needs to play baseball because that's what he does best. And let's talk about two prospects who are not really that well known, but who have been doing really good. One is Anthony Garcia. I did a whole video about him a couple days ago, talking about how he's one of the craziest prospects that not a lot of people know about. He hits the ball as hard as anyone, and he's been fantastic so far. He's hitting .250, which is not that good, but he has a .475 on base percentage, so he's striking a ridiculous amount. He has a .589 slugging, and in 21 games, he's hit 6 home runs. And his BABIP's only .320. So he's just hitting a lot of home runs, which are not factored into BABIP because they're not balls in play. So he's been hitting a lot of home runs. And I'm excited for him. Again, watch the whole video that I put out on him if you want more details. He's a really exciting prospect. And then another good prospect is Cooper Bowman. Now, the Yankees selected Bowman in the 2021 draft, and he's been pretty solid. He's a second baseman. He's just really a solid player. Decent speed, decent glove, decent arm, decent bat, but the bat's been playing up. He's at high A right now, so decent competition, and he's hitting .262 with a .432 on base percentage and .477 slugging. So getting a lot of doubles, getting some home runs, taking a lot of walks, and he only has a .326 BABIP. Cooper Bowman's not someone who I think will be a major prospect for the Yankees anytime soon, but he could be a solid player who comes up with the Yankees in the next couple of years and fills in that utility role really, really well. So this has been my quick review of the Yankees prospects so far. Again, like and subscribe if you want to keep updated on this stuff. Let's hope the Yankees prospects can continue to perform.